Stephen Bannon, President Trump's chief strategist and the founder of Breitbart News, has said that the incident that he saw when he was in the Navy in 1980 has been a very important part of shaping his worldview. He was on a Navy destroyer as a navigator and a lieutenant junior grade when that ship went to the Gulf of Oman shortly before there was a rescue mission of 52 hostages being held in Tehran.
Good evening. The U.S. Embassy in Tehran has been invaded and occupied by Iranian students.
Bannon has said that he really wasn't political till he got in the Navy and watched the Iran hostage rescue mission fiasco.
8 of the crewmen of the 2 aircraft which collided were killed, and several.
He wasn't there when it actually happened. So he was sort of on the edge of it, but he had seen things building up. He was near the Nimitz, which was the supercarrier on which the helicopters were to launch for the rescue missions. Well, according to his shipmates, Steve Bannon was very deeply affected and angry that President Carter, the president at the time of the failed Iran rescue mission, that he was upset with the way things went down. The 8 service members were killed, the hostages were not rescued by Jimmy Carter, and this was also in the post-Vietnam era. According to one of Bannon's friends, we quote in the story, Bannon saw, sort of an antipathy towards the military, was upset by that. After 1980, he went directly to the Pentagon, right at the time Reagan was elected, and saw then President Reagan do a big military buildup, reviving the Navy in certain ways, and he sort of idolized Ronald Reagan.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
So he saw that buildup, and that made a big impact on him. In fact, one of his friends told us that when they were getting ready to leave the Pentagon around 1983, this friend said that Bannon told him that he'd like to come back one day as Secretary of Defense. Well, that didn't happen, but now he's chief strategist. Some might say that's even a more influential position given what Steve Bannon is and does mean to Donald Trump. Today he is known as a very conservative influence on President Trump. He was playing an influential role in the immigration temporary ban on immigrants, certain immigrants from 7 Muslim-dominated countries, including Iran. So if you hook these things together, back in 1980, he was near the coast of Iran during the rescue mission fiasco. He would have been well aware that into the streets of Tehran, there were people shouting "Death to America" while the hostages were being held there. And at this time today, he's also raised alarms about the Muslim world and certain radicals in the Muslim world and certain countries that are dominated by Muslims. So there does seem to be a line in his thinking going back all the way to 1980 up until today.